Okay, and we're back with Ben, who's back from Rome. Saw a lot of things. How long were you there?
A week. I went to Rome and then to Milan.
Did you go to Pompeii?
No, I wish I could have.
What's wrong with those Masons?
Well, I just didn't have enough time, but nonetheless, it was a very interesting trip.
I want to know more about what was in the Illuminati Museum of Science and Technology, or whatever it was.
Essentially, these people believe that they can still perform magic, okay? They have certain rituals, they say. Again, I'm just saying what they tell me, that they can use to do things such as summon genies or demons or other spirits. And they believe that history and everything that happens on this planet is decided at a very esoteric level. So they don't read the newspapers, they don't look at maps, they don't listen to, what politicians are saying. They think everything happens at a much higher level. And they believe they're in charge of history. This is what I learned from these people.
Well, they are. They write it, they shape it, they rewrite it. It's called revisionism. But when they do it, it's okay. When we do it and try to find the facts, it's punishable by a prison term.
But clearly their whole structure is falling apart, and then they don't know what to do. It's like they're blinking in the headlights. Like, they just can't understand. And so they're trying to confess. They're trying to open themselves up. Now it's time for anybody to march into the Freemason headquarters and say, hey, what are you people all about? What are you doing? Why are you doing this? And they'll talk to you. It's like, oh, my goodness, our secrets are bust anyway. We might as well tell them the truth rather than let this crazy stuff go around the Internet. This is the attitude they have now. And I was also there, you must remember, as a representative of the Asians, the different Asian secret societies. And the Asian secret societies, you remember, got activated because they were planning to kill 4 billion people, and they found out about it. And the message was very simple. They said, look, for 30 years we've been selling you televisions, toys, TVs, all this kind of stuff. And you've given us all this paper saying that we promise you the sky and everything else if you just keep giving us this stuff. And they're taking these papers to the Bank of International Settlements in Switzerland. They're taking them to the Federal Reserve Board and saying, hey, we want to spend this money. It's our money. We deserve to decide how to spend it. We just don't want to spend it on a giant military-industrial killing machine. It's common sense. And I kept explaining this to these people because we don't want to invest in more murder. We don't want to invest in mayhem. There's something wrong with your society when you spend all of humanity's money on a giant killing machine. We don't want to invest in that anymore. We want to build schools. We want to build roads. We want to build hospitals. We want to invest in high technology that make people's lives more interesting and fun. Anything except killing. And it's like, well, what about China? We got to protect ourselves against China. Well, China is not a threat. Look at their history. When did they go conquer people? They could have conquered the world, 1,000 years ago, 2,000 years ago. They never bothered. They say, what for? They got something, they come to us. So I had to get through this paranoid mentality of theirs. And they look at a map of the world, and what they see is a kind of a black hole in Central Asia. And they think everybody is going to go there and fight for oil. And it's going to lead to World War III. This is how they look at the map. And I'm saying, wait a minute. We don't have to fight for oil. We don't even need oil. Oil is an obsolete energy technology. It's an obsolete energy technology. We don't need this stuff. We've got free energy. And I showed the same map to them. I said, look at the Sahara. It's 3 times bigger than Australia. You could turn that green, and there you'd have lovely homes and national parks and everything for at least 2 billion people. You can turn Australia green. Again, there's room for 1 billion people. Central Asia, all those deserts, turn them green. another few billion people could live in huge houses with comfortable, surroundings and lots of nature. And then you look at the northern desert. Okay, Canada is basically a frozen desert. All right, I love all that northern life and stuff, but, there's essentially very little living up there. It's too cold. Antarctica, Siberia, all this you could turn green, fill it with forests and lizards and butterflies and bugs and whatever. You have huge amounts of life on this planet. All you got to do is stop using oil as energy and use the free energy. That's all you have to do. But these people are sun worshippers. They think of the sun as their god. And they cannot imagine us being free from the sun. But that's what's about to happen. The sun is like the yolk of an egg. Okay? It's necessary when you're an egg. When you're about to hatch, it's time to move on. And that's what's happening to us as a species. I believe it. I'm sure of it. Thanks to the free energy technology and other things that they have suppressed.
Well, they are. Suppressed warehouse, people have died, and all of that. And now you have, all of a sudden, Toyota having accelerator sticking problems. Just kind of out of the blue after, 5 years in the black? The corporate statement looks pretty good, and then this comes up. So you kind of wonder. Now, these are all electronically controlled cars.
Okay, look, the Toyota stuff is just the idiots in charge of the U.S. government trying to put pressure on Japan by, creating false charges against the big Japanese companies.
That's what I was kind of
All they're doing
hinting at.
Is they're destroying U.S. jobs and U.S. livelihoods because, you can pressure the Toyota in the United States all you want with all these false charges or these trumped-up charges. It's not going to help. You're still spending the world's savings on a giant military-industrial killing machine. And teasing Toyota and twisting their arm in the United States is going to hurt Americans. It's not going to change the underlying reality. Your country has been taking all the world's savings and spending it on killing. Killing, killing, killing. And research on killing. High-tech killing. Death Advanced Research Project agencies. Exploring every new way to kill people in a more sophisticated manner. We don't want to spend that money on that anymore. Thank you. It's a stupid way to spend money.
Well, it's beyond stupid. It's not human. Agreed.
It's not human.
We'll be back in just a minute with Ben as we continue.